So many people are afraid of bulbs, yet they are as simple as an onion. And you'll know that if you've left your onion in your veggie drawer for a long time, what happens? Yep, it starts growing. And that is exactly the same concept as these. They're modified stems, don't worry about that, or rhizomes. All you need to know is they have the potential to grow and give you absolute beauty for months and months. Just like this amazing arum lily here, the yellow arum lily, Xanthidacea, indigenous, comes in beautiful colors from black to pink to this vivid yellow. And once you've got them and they've been growing in a pot, literally year upon year, they just multiply and make more. Remember, there are two concepts. One, we can plant the bulbs in a vase with water. That you then consider as an annual. It will literally grow, flower, and die within that season. So depending on your space allocation and what you have at home, you then decide on which application you're going to use. Like these arum lilies that I've got in the pot, well, they just do their thing. And they just come up and give us loads and loads of rewards. There are so many to choose from. Literally, you could go, wow. And you could have a summer garden just full of bulbs. From the amaryllis to these guys, which are called eucomis. Now, eucomis are part of the pineapple family, a most insane flower, indigenous as well, and will get about this tall in the garden with these big spikes of, they look like bottle brush cleaners, you know those things? And also, year upon year upon year will just go on for you. They're gladioli, which is spectacular as a cut flower. And of course, polyanthus, which for me have the most amazing fragrance. Polyanthus are gorgeous. They go on and on and on, and also leave it in the garden because then they'll just come up year upon year. The common name of polyanthus is the tuberosa. Now you know what it is. That wonderful fragrance, excellent for pots, excellent in the ground. So what's left to do? But let me show you the miracle at work. So let's go through some of the technical stuff first. This is the shoot, all right, you can see it. Remember, we're talking about something like an onion. This is what we call the shoulder of the blade. Now, when planting amaryllis, you will never plant it, even in the ground, deeper than the shoulder. Really important fact that, or else we find that this starts rotting. This is the base of the bulb, and the base of the bulb is obviously where the roots come out. The good thing is about bulbs, even if you get something like this eucomis, even if you plant it upside down, gravity is an amazing thing, and plants are quite spectacular because the shoot will emerge and will find its way out. That's the beauty of nature. Of course, your flower won't be exactly the strongest flower. However, it does find its way to the surface. Now, these guys that I've planted in here in this bowl, literally 2 weeks old, not very old, and we're going to show you how easy it is to get that right. All you need is a bowl with no holes, and then you pop some ornamental pebbles in there. Any pebbles, really, it could even be gravel. And all that the gravel literally does, or the pebbles, is just to hold the bulbs in place because we don't have soil. So pop them in there. When you filled it up about halfway, I want you to get your chosen amaryllis bulb, which are these guys. Now, these are a different variety. They're called sonatinas. So it'll say amaryllis sonatina. Sonatina are a dwarf variety of amaryllis, which I particularly enjoy. They're not as big a flower, they're slightly smaller, they're more single, they're gentler, and they come in really beautiful colors. So peaches, pinks, yellows, lime greens, and they give you that more of the subtle hues, which I much prefer than the bright reds. It's just a personal thing. A slightly smaller bulb compared to the bigger traditional amaryllis bulb that we used to. You can see that, way, way smaller. And that's why they work particularly well in little bowls like this or in pots where they can just go on and on and on. The first thing that I want to do is take the bulb, and you're just going to trim off a few of these older roots. Now, don't get stressed out because it's going to send new roots, because we are going to wake this guy up from its slumber. She's really fast asleep now. So we put that little baby there, okay? And all we want to make sure of is that our final height is not higher than the base plate. Okay, got that. There's the base plate, remember? Yeah, so we just take a look there, right, happiness. And then all we do is we take some of our pebbles and we pop them on. And the reason why we're putting it in now is so that we're not squashing these roots and making it more difficult for the bulb to start growing. We want to make it as easy as possible. So just stack it there until you got your mojo. Perfect. Okay, next little guy. In he goes. And you really can't mess this up, guys. You really can't. Okay, put our other little guy there. How's my heart? Pop one in there. Okay. Lovely. Are you balancing? Perfect. And last one, because we always work in threes. That's the one. Once you're happy that your bulbs are in place, try and get them as evenly spaced as possible to give them enough area for their flower spikes to emerge and then to flower, because you don't want them on top of each other because the one flower is going to squash into the other one. Finally, level it off with the remainder of your pebbles. And hey, the last thing to do is, the real easy part, is we're going to add some water in, and that is all this bulb needs to grow. Just water and light. So get your watering can, take the rose off, because you don't want to water the bulb on the top where the green shoot is going to emerge, because we don't want to get any moisture in there, because that will cause rotting. All we want to do is wake it up from its sleep, stimulate the roots to grow, and away you go. This is only for amaryllis. Other bulbs that you plant into the ground, you can water as per normal, but particularly because we're growing them like this in a bowl, we don't want any moisture on top. So we just add a bit of water, check on the sides of your bowl, and stop. My water level is now touching just below the base plate. Now what I do is take this bowl, put it in a well-lit spot on a patio, near the kitchen window, in the bathroom, and all you do is top up the water. But amaryllis, incredibly inexpensive, worthwhile putting in there, and within 5 weeks, you are going to be blessed with at least 4, 8, 12, not bad, 12 beautiful flowers. And when you look at cost per bulb, as opposed to a bunch of cut flowers, I know what I'm choosing.